Hi! In today's video, I'm gonna walk you through 30 essential items that are needed for car life or car camping. You don't have to be a full-timer to need these items, but if you're gonna go camping in your car or other vehicle, you're gonna want these items. Approximately 25 of the items are essential to pretty much anybody who's gonna go out and camp out in their car. And then the final 5 or so items are essential to me and my very unique specific lifestyle. The intention and goal of this video is to help you identify the must-needs, the must-haves to be safe and comfortable as you're exploring and enjoying the great, incredible outdoors.
If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Autumn, and in the spring of 2022, I embarked on a lifelong dream to live simply, nomadically, rent and mortgage-free, and I travel the West while living in my car. In some videos, I take you along with me as I adventure in these incredible lands. In other videos, I share all about living in a car. If you enjoy this type of content, hit that subscribe button below.
Doesn't that forest look mystical behind me? Wow. All right, let's dive right in. 1. Water is super important. I bring at minimum 6 gallons with me at a time, sometimes more. I also have 2 of these. This I just fill with tap water, and this is what I use to brush my teeth or to clean out dishes. 2, a comfortable bed with comfortable bedding, comfortable pillows. I have some sad news to share about the new build. You know how amazing it is in almost every single way? Almost. The bed is too narrow. And I tried adjusting to it, and then I thought I was sleeping better. But in the last couple of months, I've experienced something that I've never experienced before, which is A, trouble sleeping, and B, exhaustion. Well, I've experienced exhaustion before. I just want to have a moment of like silence and honoring for people who struggle with sleep, because I've been blessed that that's not been my experience up until the last 2 months with the narrowness of my bed and the way that it has seriously impacted my life. Like seriously, you guys, I don't think as clearly. I'm forgetting more things. I'm grumpier, I'm moodier, I'm hungrier. And then when I work out, I'm more tired. And I believe that it all comes down to the fact that I'm not sleeping as well on such a narrow mattress. That's all to say, a comfortable bed is absolutely vital, especially if you're living in your vehicle. I have some solutions I'm working on for my bedding, or I'll end up bringing the twin back and having yet another build. We'll see. On to 3. For your safety, especially if you're a solo female traveler, but no matter who you are, you're going to want some self-defense apparatuses. Wasp spray and bear spray are especially helpful because you might encounter some wasps or some bears. They're not just for the wasps and the bears, you know what I'm saying. In my car, there is not a direction within a few inches of where I could reach, where I could not grab something to utilize as a form of safety. I am personally a significant proponent of anything that's going to keep you safe. If someone has bad intentions to hurt you, you want to make sure you are psychologically and physically well prepared to do what is needed to keep yourself safe. I wouldn't recommend living this lifestyle or going car camping without these things. In terms of the items I use, I have many and I have variety, and they're highly effective. 4. A cell phone. I know sometimes you may want to live this lifestyle to disconnect, but again, as a solo female traveler, I like to be connected at all times. I like to have the capacity for multiple people who I trust to know where I'm at all times. I also like the ability to make a call if I need, whether it's for my own safety or whether I see something out that needs attention. I like to be connected to the internet, so I really prefer whenever my cell phone is within a service range to be connected. However, I really believe that unless you want to go full-on hermit, which you might, I believe it's beneficial to have a cell phone for safety, even if you disconnect and barely use it whenever you're out and about. Look what happens to my turtlenecks. I had to throw 2 away this year. I use things until they get to this point. I've had this turtleneck for about 10 years and I love it because it's stretchy. But yeah, I don't know about that. 5. Y'all are gonna need some window screen privacy, especially if you live in your car. I'm gonna speed through this because I just put out a YouTube short on these items, but here they are. For the back window, Reflectix with duct tape that rolls up. for the front windows. These shades from Walmart that pop up. Okay, for all the side windows. These awesome shades from Amazon. There's magnets in them. They have a reflective side. They have the blackout side. They work great. Check this out. See if you want the reflective side up. They stick to your car's metal with the magnets. If you want it the blackout side, you just put it the other way. These little guys are super duper easy to fold. I like things that are fast and easy because certain parts about living in your car are complicated and hard. So whenever things can be quick and easy, I like it. I like simplicity and flow and ease of life. In the window cover category, I also have my screens. Whenever it's hot out and you don't want bugs in your car and you want that fresh, wonderful breeze flowing in, boom, you just put these on all of your windows, roll your windows down, and yes. And while I'm talking about windows, let me just say I recommend these as well. You crack your window, nobody even knows it's open because this covers where it's cracked. If it's raining, the water won't get in, and it stops condensation from building up on your windows, which can make it obvious that somebody's in the vehicle. So I recommend these vent visors is what they're called. I spent about $70 on mine. Absolutely well worth it. 6. Y'all are gonna need some lights for the night. Now, you can use the light on your cell phone. I use little Christmas lights that are white, so they don't look like they're Christmassy, but they are from Christmas. They run on 3 AA batteries that last me approximately a month before I have to change them out. I've seen people use these cute little pop-up solar lights that are rechargeable in the sunshine. 7, power. You're gonna need power. Now, if you're just going camping for a few days, this may not be such a big deal, but we are in the 21st century in the internet era. So even if you get a small power station just for car camping, I think it's well worth it. This is 178 watt hours, plus it has a flashlight on it. A small little station like this is excellent for the weekends. Or if you're living in your car, you might wanna just go full on it for the Mercedes of all power stations, not sponsored by them, but would love to be. Jackery. Here's my Jackery 1500 with the fridge right here. Plugs in through the fridge's 12 volt to the Jackery. This is great because all I have to do is just remove this and I can pull the Jackery out anytime I need to charge it. I am super happy with Jackery. I mean, that power station is incredible. I've had it for about a year now and it's operating as though it's brand new, which is incredible. Thank you, Jackery, for having such a good product. Power is a big deal. It's such a big deal, and because my 12 volt system blew in my car and I can't charge up my power stations as I drive, I did get something that I've not yet used, but I'm gonna show you what I got. This is a Predator 1400 generator, and I've not yet turned it on, but if I need, and it's windy or cloudy, I can charge up my power stations without any concern, any problem. Plus I can use it for a bunch of other stuff. I've watched long-timers talk about how the solar power generators really aren't sufficient enough for living in a vehicle full-time. And I can see it. While I love having the capacity to use solar to charge up my power stations, it's not reliable enough. Reliability is huge for me. And if I don't have power and I struggle with reliability, that's a big deal. It's not an option for me. So that's why I need sufficient power. 8, 9, 10, and 11. You need wipes. You need lots of wipes. These are, well, flushable towelettes. I have other names for these that I can't say on YouTube, but it's funny. You can use these, you know, for doing your business, what they're made for. Let me tell you this, these are not biodegradable, so they do not follow leave no trace ethics, so do not use these when you're doing your business out in the wood. If you're in like a public restroom, that's totally fine. However, I actually keep these on hand, and I like this little container that they're in because I use these to wipe off my hands often. It just really helps. You get something sticky, you need to wipe off your dashboard. These are very convenient for multiple purposes. Also, the other ones, these are Clorox disinfectant wipes. Kills 99% of viruses and bacteria. It was a bug. I use these for cleaning my little female urinal every single day, several times throughout the day. Plus, if you need to wash your hands with something that kills 99% of viruses and bacteria, use this. If you want to disinfect and sterilize your vehicle, use this. This is a really great item. Toilet paper, use the biodegradable kind, you guys. Paper towels. These are used for everything. You want them where you can reach them easily. I usually have 2 rolls at minimum, one in the trunk that I can easily access when I'm outside, the other in the front that I can easily access from the inside. Never did I know how important these would be. These are one of the top most important things you do not want to be in your car without, whether you're camping, whether you're living in your vehicle, short term, long term, you're gonna want a good paper towel. All right, so 12 and 13. I figure I might as well stick with the theme here. When you live in a car, when you camp in a car, you're gonna have to do your business. This is my happiest item as a female urinal. I'm gonna do a whole video on how I pee from the road. That will be upcoming, I don't know, in a month or 2. You also want a shovel. Self-explanatory. Make sure you follow Leave No Trace ethics, y'all. Hide behind a bush. 14, along the same lines. This is a pop-up privacy tent. I got a new one. Y'all, I had one. I had this green one. The reason I got a new one is that whenever the sun was hitting the previous Wolf-Wise green one that I had, well, you could see the silhouette. Believe me, you don't want someone to see your silhouette of whatever you're doing in your privacy tent. I was a little surprised that it didn't have a liner. This one has a liner. This privacy tent is excellent. Not only is it black, which helps with silhouette issues, it simultaneously has a cover that helps with privacy issues. See this? It's lined. Can you see what I'm doing in here? You probably can't. I'm shaking my hips. That's right. So, while this isn't a must, because I live in my car and I live off grid, and I like to live off grid and stay in one place for a little while, these are so nice. They will blow away in the wind in the winter. So you have to be aware of that. Literally, to put it up and put it away, you can do that in like less than 2 minutes. 15. This is a regular pop-up tent. It's a 2-person tent, which I imagine would be very uncomfortable with 2 people in here. I love this thing. You can see me set it up right here. You can see me break it down right there. This has been a fantastic office. It's like a second bedroom. If I have guests come to my house, I usually offer for them to be able to sleep in my car, but they also have this as an option. 16, hot hands. These things have been such a gift throughout the winter. I prefer the ones that are 18 hours and huge, but I couldn't find any. So I have a bunch of these 2 10-hour packs. They're small, but they work. I put them in my blankets, I put them in my sleeping bag. If I'm cold in the day, I bust one open. They're 88 cents a pack, that's a good deal. I truly cannot imagine having gone through the winter without these. So whether you're camping, whether you're living in your car, even if it's summer and it's cold outside, you can totally use these things. Totally worth it. I wanted to show you my stash of hot hands. I always keep them on board like that. I think it's important. 17, Ziploc bags. I never knew how much I appreciated these things until I moved into my car. I use these for like everything. I use larger ones as well, but I mostly use these sandwich size ones. I use them for my leftovers. I use them once I cut up fruits and vegetables. I use them to spit in when I brush my teeth because I don't want to spit my toothpaste on the beautiful, gorgeous land. I don't even want to dig a hole and do that. It just doesn't feel right. So I spit the toothpaste into the Ziploc bag and I throw it away. I use these to store and organize toiletries or other random items that just might be small and are better in a Ziploc bag. These are so important to me that in the very limited space I have, I always have a back stock of these. In fact, I always have a backstock of Ziploc bags and of paper towels and of toilet paper, because those are certainly things you never want to go without. 19. I kind of clumped all my hygiene items into one. Editing side note, I realized I forgot 18. And now that I realize that, I also think I forgot to count some of the items I had later on. Hey, look, I told you, I'm not sleeping well. I'm not thinking clear. Apparently, I can't count to 30. I'm feeling pretty confident that my counting's gonna be off for the rest of the video. Well, back to whatever number that is. This nice little bag here is the bag I take with me into the gym or into a friends and family's house or into a campground shower. Got my shampoo, a brush, a loofah, deodorant, sunscreen, toothbrush, and toothpaste. So, oh, and makeup. All my makeup's in here as well. 20. This is my sink. I originally used it as a mug, but I just drink out of the mugs from my thermos. And I love this. My parents got this for me. She believed she could, so she did. It's one of my favorite things that I take with me. I already put my hygiene bag away, so I don't have the product to show, but nail clippers. I think that's important. Bugs me if my nails get too long or break or whatever. So nail clippers are great to just throw in your hygiene bag. 21, food. Y'all are gonna wanna eat. If you're anything like me, you're gonna wanna eat a lot. The first 5 months that I lived in my car, I didn't have a fridge. I used lots of dry foods, and I also used a very small ice chest. Didn't love it. I didn't want to invest in the fridge and the extra power station for the fridge until I knew I wanted to do this lifestyle long term, which I do. So now I have a fridge and an extra generator. The fridge feels like a luxury, I ain't gonna lie, but it also has made my life wonderful and far easier. It's made my health better. The generator is what's really expensive. The fridge you can get for like 250 bucks. The generator is what's a bit pricey. So if you didn't want to invest in that, you could certainly use like even a $20 ice chest and just get ice often. I don't personally recommend putting a lot of meat in that, or at the very least, eat the meat in the very first day that you have the ice. You don't want E. coli out in the middle of the woods. I just want to avoid getting sick altogether. So you could do the whole like whole food plant-based thing, which I'm moving more in that direction. It's kind of exciting. It's not complete. I love my yogurt and I love my cheese. Here are some of the items I forgot to count. They're food-related items, so this feels like an appropriate place to put them in the video. Depending on your caffeine preferences, you might need a thermos. I make my tea at night. I have 2 of these. I use 4 tea bags among 2 of these. They're huge. I drink a lot of tea. Important to have dishware. I use paper plates. The metal spoon is able to stir stuff without bending or breaking. The fly just almost flew right into my mouth. Did you guys see that? Nice and clean. That brings me to white vinegar. I use many of these little bottles because they fit nicely right in my side door. I'll show you. All those are little bottles of white vinegar. So white vinegar is a natural antibacterial disinfectant. Some people do half water, half white vinegar in a spray bottle and spray their items and wipe it down that way. I just put the white vinegar on the paper towel itself and then clean whatever I'm using. Sometimes I'll pour white vinegar in some water in my skillet in order to disinfect that as I'm cleaning up whatever I cooked in my skillet. 22 and 23. First aid kits and medicine. So if you take any medicine, that goes without saying, you're gonna wanna take that with you. I do like to take like ibuprofen with me and Tums, Pepto-Bismol, just in case, you know? And then a little first aid kit. And I even have like a second bag with a few extra things. Alcohol, this is just 91% isopropanol. Am I saying that right? Isopropanol alcohol. Anyway, I keep that with me in case I get a cut, a wound, need some disinfecting. And then in here, I have a wrist splint, a couple of them, ace bandage, some medical tape, some bacitracin, some tiger balm in case I'm sore, a bunch of band-aids, a few other things like a toe splint, because I broke my toe the first time I ever went out camping when I first moved into my car. And it was a bad break. It was raining and I dropped a table on my toe. It was broke and I couldn't hike for like 3 months. I couldn't even wear a tennis shoe for like 3 months for the first 3 months that I moved into my car. I don't think I ever shared that on this channel. 23 and a half. Ow. Yeah, I definitely like to stay groomed nicely, you know, living this life. And whew, wind really tangled up my hair. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Grooming ourselves is really good for our mental health. Okay, on to the next item. 24, sunscreen. So important. Living outside all day, even when you're living under cloud cover, it can be really hard on your skin. I have a hat to cover my face. I use sunblock every day as part of my skincare routine. I think this is very helpful. I'm by myself a lot. I'm not flexible and I can't reach, so I spray it, and it really helps me not get sunburned. So I really appreciate this product. And if you don't like the aerosol component, you can get non-aerosol sunscreen. So where I can reach and lather, I use this. 25. A kitchen. Here is my kitchen. Very simple. I have a 1-burner butane stove whose container can act as a wind protector. This is my little non-stick skillet. This is what I heat my hot water in. Hey, bada, 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 bada. 26. Clothes. Living in a car, I wear the same clothes for a long time. I don't like to stink, so I won't let them get stinky, but you can wear the same pants for multiple days in a row. I hear a vehicle. You hear that? You hear that? I was really hoping they wouldn't come this way, and they have. Yay, they're leaving. Sometimes I'm like super social and want to meet other nomads. Other times I want to be left alone. Do you guys know what I'm saying? I'm a little attitude-y today. I'm a little like in one of those moods. What was I talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by someone else wanting to enjoy the beauty of nature? Stretchy clothing. I usually carry with me 4 to 5 pair of pants, pair of shorts or 2, and then I like to have 5 to 10 shirts. I definitely wear them seasonally. It is spring. I didn't think I'd be wearing a turtleneck, but it is cold. These next few items, not absolutely essential. So the rest of the items, I think you really need them no matter who you are. They're gonna come in handy. For me and my lifestyle, the next set of things are really important. 27, internet. I talk all about my internet in the video where I talk about how I work from the road. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it yet. You can just go right to that chapter. But basically I have a 300 gigabyte hotspot from Verizon. I work from the road, so I absolutely have to be connected with good quality, stable internet. 28. I need a makeup mirror because I do like to put on my makeup. If I'm working, I definitely want to look professional, presentable. So I have this mirror, and this towel is on the mirror so that it doesn't burn stuff. Want to see what I burned? My iPad 12.9. Be very careful because this can start fires. Like seriously, be very, very careful if you have mirrors out in nature. This is the makeup I use. I use eyebrow pencil, I use blush, I use mascara, and then I use chapstick. Oh my gosh, I didn't have chapstick on my list. I'm a little concerned at my cognition at the moment because that should be number 1 above water. Anybody who knows me understands what I'm saying. 29. I kind of need a step stool. Like, look, I ain't short, I'm average. I'm 5'4" and 3/4. What that means is that when I want to get stuff on the far side of my cargo box, I can't reach. 2 solutions, this guy and my back scratcher. I gotta tell you what made me so happy when I put out the video about everything I own and how I store it all. I had so many people in the comments say that they subscribed when they saw the back scratcher, or said that they knew that like we would be friends when they saw the back scratcher. This is how I reach, and this is how I reach. And then this guy operates as a table. Check it out here. Or as a chair. If I need to sit, fast, easy chair. 30. I also have a TV tray. It's an actual TV tray. I think I got it from Ross for like $9. This is super convenient, super handy. I can pull this out quick and easy. It's small, but it does enough to basically give me space that I need. Am I over 30? I lost count, but I just realized a few other things that I highly recommend having. These are from the dollar store. They're just little sandals that can get wet. I wear those whenever I take showers anywhere. Even if it's a clean shower, if it's a public shower, I don't want my feet touching where everybody else's feet touch. Shower shoes. I totally lost count. When I'm editing, we'll see where I'm at. Hats. Look, you want to keep the sun off your face and your scalp. Plus, like if you don't wash your hair for 4 or 5 days at a time, kind of helps conceal that. Yeah. I lost count, but you're gonna need some sunglasses. I really need hair clips. I sleep in these. I can't sleep with my hair down. I'll pull my hair all night every time I move. Eventually, I will upgrade, possibly even before next winter. Although now that we're out of the winter and car life has not been as difficult, I kind of want to do one more winter in my car to see if I can take everything I learned and apply it next winter. I'll tell you, I'm so dedicated to basically living this full experience out of my car to the extent that I can, because as I shared in a previous video, once I upgrade, I won't be downgrading again. I do plan to do the nomadic life for a very long time, but eventually I'm gonna wanna stand up and I'm gonna wanna be able to access everything without shuffling things to access other things. That is a bit annoying about living in a car. The organization of my vehicle changes on a regular basis. I needed to be able to make room for the generator, so I took out that beautiful blue box that you've seen in other videos, and I brought in some of these plastic drawer thingies. These two you access from the inside, this one you access from the outside. It works out really well. Let's see if I can actually share with you how the whole sleeping situation takes place. Check out this gorgeous view where I'm at. You'll see I have my sleeping bag, which I may or may not use. April's one of those weird months where sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not. Because the build itself is so functional during the day, it operates as an excellent office, it operates as excellent stealth camping, I'm able to access everything I need from the interior of the car without getting out of it. I am attempting to see if an alteration I made to my bed to make it wider is gonna help me to sleep better. So I'm giving this a try prior to bringing the twin back. So what I did is I added an extra 9 inches to the side. See, check this out. Check out my views from my house. This is why I love this lake. Thanks so much for watching. If you have specific car or vehicle dwelling items that are really important to you that I haven't mentioned here, definitely note them in the comments below. If you found this content useful, beneficial, hit that subscribe button below.
Thanks for watching. To follow my adventures, as well as to get more car life, tips, tricks, and nomadic philosophy, like, comment, turn on that notification bell, and subscribe.